Are you tired of feeling stuck, like there's a hidden gear inside of you waiting to be unlocked? What if the secret to extraordinary success isn't talent or luck, but something far more accessible, something that you can cultivate within yourself right now? The willingness to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. The power of embracing discomfort. And that's what we're exploring today on Learn Something New. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Riley and welcome back to Learn Something New. We're all about converting the ordinary into extraordinary. Today we're diving into what's commonly hidden behind most successes. To many of us, success may look just like the flashy achievements that are on the surface, but really deep down it's the grit and determination and willingness to step outside of your comfort zone that truly defines success. I hold a degree in sociology from Wayne State University, where I studied how society functions. One thing that always fascinated me is simple. What makes people successful? Why do some people succeed while others fail? And I believe I've found that answer. And it's not what you might think. It's not about a head start or natural intelligence. The most successful people in the world are simply willing to step outside of their comfort zone and do things that others avoid. And on top of that, they do it with a smile on their face. Let me share a personal story that illustrates this concept. A few years ago, I was given an opportunity to present an innovative floating solar project to a large township in Michigan. The presentation was to be held in person, in front of the board of governors, the public, and the media. At that time, I wasn't an expert on floating solar technology, which made me extremely nervous. I considered it a huge honor to be asked, but the idea of presenting in front of such a diverse and knowledgeable group, knowing that they would ask tough, technical questions, terrified me. The stakes felt incredibly high, and I almost turned down the opportunity. Before responding to the request, I paused and thought about the story of those individuals that have faced their fears and achieved great things. I remembered how they embraced discomfort and used it as a stepping stone to success. So I decided to follow their lead and take the podium. In the weeks leading up to the presentation, I immersed myself in learning everything I could about floating solar technology. I rehearsed my presentation countless times. I prepared for potential questions and sought feedback from colleagues. Despite all of this preparation, on the day of the presentation, my hands were shaking and my heart was racing. When it was my turn to speak, I took a deep breath and reminded myself that growth happens outside of your comfort zones. I stepped up to the podium, looked out the sea of faces, and began my presentation. As I spoke, something incredible happened. The nerves didn't disappear, but they did become background noise as I focused on sharing the knowledge I gained and the potential impact of the project. The board and the media were not just receptive, they were enthusiastic. They asked challenging questions, but my preparation paid off, and I was able to answer them confidently. The response was overwhelming. The board and the media loved the presentation. This experience opened up countless new opportunities for me that I didn't see coming, both professionally and personally. It was a turning point in my career and my life, all because I chose to face fear and discomfort head on. So this experience taught me a powerful lesson. Success is not about avoiding discomfort, but about embracing it. It's about fighting against the odds, sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term gains, and never giving up on your dreams. After that presentation, I wrote down a mantra that I repeat to myself whenever fear stares me in the eye. I ask myself a question and give myself the answer. This is what I say to myself. Why do I succeed? I will succeed because I'm willing to do the things that you're not. I will fight against the odds. I will sacrifice. I'm not shackled by fear, insecurity, or doubt. I'm motivated by accomplishments, not by pride. If I fall, I will get up. If I'm beaten, I will return. I will never stop getting better. I will never give up, ever. Famous failures who embrace discomfort. History is full of examples of people who turned failures into fuel for success. Let's look at some iconic figures who transformed failure into extraordinary successes. Michael Jordan. Despite being cut from his high school basketball team, Michael Jordan's relentless drive and determination propelled him to become a 6-time NBA champion and global icon. Walt Disney. After being fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination, Walt Disney channeled his creativity into building an animation empire and a legacy that continues to inspire millions worldwide. Steve Jobs. Despite being ousted from Apple, the company he co-founded, Steve Jobs returned with a vengeance, revolutionizing the tech industry and solidifying his place as a visionary leader. The Beatles. Initially rejected by Decca recording studios, the Beatles defied the odds to become a global phenomenon, transforming the music industry and leaving an enduring cultural legacy. Oprah Winfrey. Despite being fired from her job as a news anchor, Oprah Winfrey rose above adversity to become a media mogul, philanthropist, and influential voice for empowerment. Albert Einstein. Despite early developmental challenges and being labeled as a slow learner, Albert Einstein's extraordinary intellect and groundbreaking theories revolutionized our understanding of the universe. The list continues on. Sylvester Stallone, J.K. Rowling, Thomas Edison, Elon Musk, Vincent van Gogh, Stephen King, all faced significant failures and discomfort before achieving their successes. They didn't let those experiences define them. Instead, they embraced discomfort, learned from their failures, and used them as stepping stones to achieve greatness. They are proof that failure isn't the end. It's often the beginning of something extraordinary. You may have heard of the quote, "In the end, everything's going to be all right. And if it's not all right, it's not the end." How to embrace discomfort. 3 steps. So how can we apply this core belief to our own lives? How can you embrace discomfort and start your journey towards extraordinary success? Here are 3 practical steps inspired by the journeys of those we just discussed. 1. Face your fears. Identify what scares you and confront it head on. Michael Jordan didn't let being cut from his high school basketball team stop him. He used it as motivation to practice harder and to become the best of the best. Whether it's public speaking, starting a business, or having a difficult conversation, facing your fears is the first step to overcoming them. Take small, deliberate steps towards your fear and celebrate every victory along the way. Number 2, embrace failure. Understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone on a path towards it. Walt Disney faced numerous rejections before creating his animation empire. Every successful person has experienced countless failures. The key is to learn from your mistakes, adapt, and keep moving forward. Remember, every failure brings you one step closer to your goal. 3rd, push your boundaries. Continuously challenge yourself by stepping outside of your comfort zone. Steve Jobs, despite being ousted from Apple, came back to revolutionize the tech industry. Take on new tasks, learn new skills, and put yourself in situations that stretch your abilities. This is where growth happens. Rubber bands work when they're stretched. By pushing your boundaries, you'll discover hidden talents and strengths that you never knew you had. The stories of people like Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, and Steve Jobs show that embracing discomfort and failures is a crucial part of the journey towards success. The resilience and willingness to push through adversity highlight the power of these steps. By applying these principles to your own life, you too can achieve extraordinary successes. Remember, the only time you can run out of chances is when you stop taking them. Success is within your reach if you're willing to embrace discomfort. Do the hard work and never ever give up. Thank you for joining me today on Learn Something New. If this video inspired you, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Hit the bell next to the channel name to get notified when the next video gets uploaded. Comment below with your thoughts, feedback, or experiences so we can support each other. I will personally read and respond to every single comment. Support your circle of influence by sharing this video with someone who could use a little push to embrace their discomfort. Till next time, get out there and be great. And if you can't be great, be careful. More specifically, be full of care. Thank you very much.